Hi, this is Lisa from Loew-Cornel Rubber Stamp. Today I'm going to show you this tutorial is teaching you how to make this bright northern star. It's a very simple technique and very easy. Let's start it. So we are going to use our Peaceful Neighborhood stamp set, and we're also going to use our matching die and the silence background. Make sure you check our this week special from our website. When I launch a new tutorial, usually we have a special promotion. You are going to get a pretty good deal for the stamp set and the matching die set that I'm using. So the material list, just to have a few impact, I do use a lot of dye-based impact. The reason is they dry fast, and some colorful impact here. We're going to need 3 brushes. If you only have 1 or 2, that's okay too. A big dauber and a nice small brush, few black impact, and if you have at least a coated white paint, that's good. If you don't have a white watercolor paint, also can do it, just in case if you have a user. If you don't have it, that's okay. That's pretty much about it. So every tutorial I always show some nice tip. In this tutorial, definitely I'm going to show you some great trick too. Okay, I'm sure you have a lot of impact and a lot of must-have items. So especially the impact, I think everybody have a lot of impact, and sometimes too many impacts, we have no idea what we have. So color chart is a good idea. So I made this color chart. Sometime if I need to looking for some colors, this chart will help you to find the right color right away. And also, so this is one of the color chart. I think you can download from the internet. And the other color chart we're going to make ourselves. If you have been watching my tutorial, you find out I use this multicolor impact a lot. And sometimes when you see the real color and the color that after you stamped it is really different. So what I like to do is I like to create a color chart, something fast, easy to help me when I want to use a color. So we're gonna just open my impact, and that's just a regular piece of regular cardstock. You're going to put your cardstock on top. Just burnish with your finger. I think I showed this technique in my previous tutorial, just a review. So that way, kind of give you idea what color you have, and then when we start to working on and then you can keep it, just write down like this one is a fresh green, this one is a blue breeze, that one's a cappuccino delight. So you can just write down, you don't have to make it every single time when you need to use it. Just tape it on the cover of your impact, and then they are ready to use that. So I just re-ink my impact, so they are kind of very moisture. That's what I need for today. But when you re-ink your impact, just be careful, don't ink too much. The impact usually dry better than wet. So that's what's all the 3 color I have. Okay, for this card, I'm not going to use my glossy paper. I actually use a regular cardstock, and this is a Cougar 100. It's a little bit heavier than regular cardstock, so they take ink better, and you can just keep repeating, and then the paper will stay straight. It won't bending when it's wet. So this is just check the size for the card. We are going to create a template first. So it's very easy. What you're going to do is just grab a piece of scrap paper and just kind of here create some kind of pattern, okay, and then you are going to just put on top and put your card on top. Make sure the bottom of your cardstock and your scrap paper is parallel, so that way you get the horizontal ground. And then we're going to just tape the masking tape on the bottom. Okay, so I have this card ready, and I like to create a very dark. You can play around to see what color you like. Just start with one area first. So I'm going to use this deep blue, like ultramarine blue, add a little bit brown, a little bit green on the side. So it's a good idea to have your brush handy. Like I say, I always have a few brushes, one color, one brush, but if you only have one or two, that's okay, but you do have to clean your brush after you use it, especially like this is a dark blue. If you want to go back to the yellow, you got to clean this brush with a bleach and the soap and water. If you don't clean the blue first, you go deep in the yellow one, you're going to end up have green, so you don't get the light color. So what I do is I always keep one brush for the light color. Dark color sometimes you can mix with a little bit other color. Is not going to show that that much, but if you use the dark color and mix with the light color, you won't get a nice result. So we have our color chart here, so you can do whatever you like this one I use ultramarine, so I'm going to use my brush. Always brush your impact instead of tapping. You brush your impact, actually the impact's life will stay a little bit longer than you tap. If you keep tapping, especially you use it a lot, you will see the difference. So I'm going to find the spot and doing a little circle, drawing a little circle first, and I'm going to add more. Just brush your impact and then just keep drawing the circle. Don't try to painting with a stroke. Drawing the circle is the best way to hiding the stroke. Okay, so brush, 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 maybe like 10 times, pick up enough color and keep repeating. Keep repeating. And then you will see the color is slowly build it up. Okay, so that's good enough for my dark blue. And now I'm going to change it to my brush. I'm going to add a little bit green. So I'm going to start with a lighter green first. And if it's not enough, I'm going to add more. I love rubber stamping, because every time, even though you use the same color, they always came out different. That's the fun part of the stamping. Especially, I give you the same tool, same stamp, same material, and I'm sure sometimes everybody's artwork is going to come out differently. That's the unique part of the stamping. Okay, so I do a little bit green here, and I'm now going to move to a darker green here, just to find the corner, drawing a little circle. Remember, drawing the circle is always the best way to smooth this kind of background. And now I'm going to change to the other brush. I'm going to use this cappuccino, I think it's a cappuccino delight, kind of brownish color. Okay, so just to find a spot, circling. Okay, circling here. Okay, and then I'm going to move to a little bit darker color. Okay, just drawing. Okay, like this. If not enough, we can always go back more and add more. So always start with light color first. Not enough, we always add more. Take your time. Okay, drawing a circle, and then now I'm going to use my blue brush, go back to pick a little bit darker blue, and just kind of soften the two color, kind of soften together, and then do this. I think that's my foundation color. It looks pretty nice already. Okay, before I add the tree to my background, I like to add a little bit purple too. So this is a Tim Holtz Distress Ink Seedless Preservers. So same thing, I use my bluish brush just to give a little bit purple touch out if you want to. And then we are going to stamp the background. I use the VersaFine. So this is my VersaFine background. VersaFine impact is black, and then I'm going to use my silence background. So just rub the background stamps and then gently tap, tap, tap. Okay, and I like this VersaFine because the color is very rich. So we are going to just stamp like a half of this tree, so you can just put directly on top like this, and then push like your CPR, your car. So that's the tree. I missed a part of my image here. That's okay. Let me bring it a little bit closer. You can see. It doesn't matter. That's okay. Okay, now we're going to create the star in this bright northern star. Make sure you watch until the end of a tutorial. Usually by the end of the tutorial, we have a preview for the following the new tutorial. In my next few tutorial, there's the other idea how to use a bleach. It's very interesting. You're going to enjoy it. So we are going to use one of my brush here. Just pick up some color. It doesn't matter if your brush is a little bit color on top. That's okay. Okay, not too much. Always have a napkin handy. We don't want to especially don't wear your favorite t-shirt. Okay, so we're going to do this, and then we're going to use the other brush, and we're going to don't tap the brush. Okay, tap the wooden part. And then once when you tap, okay, you see the star is slowly appearing. Okay, let me grab this. See, I just learned something awesome today. Okay, see the star is appearing. And then did you find that my star is a little bit blue? This is just something I learn always. This one, the star is nice and white, and this star is kind of blue. How did that happen? Okay, because my brush, it was blue and I didn't clean it. So if you want to really have the like bright white star, make sure you use a clean brush, don't use a blue. But I kind of like this blue star. Why not? It feels like something is a little bit further, some star is more toward you. So that, oops, we learned something, right? Okay, now we're going to create this star. How to do that? We're going to have a nice tiny paintbrush. I'm going to use a bleach. Oop, my brush was dirty. That's okay. So clean it. Dry with a napkin. Okay, we don't want it too much. Everything we just start with a little bit first. If it's not enough, we're going to add more. So that's bring it close to here. Okay, so we're going to find a place for your star, and then we're going to start drawing the line. And then when you join the line, here is the trick. Okay, you're going to start from the middle, and then just draw one line from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and then you're going to rotate it. You're going to draw one more, just one direction. This I'm going to do a little bit shorter. Turn again, one direction. Okay, and then one direction. So from the 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock, some of the stroke can be a little bit longer, some of the stroke is a little bit shorter, and then you're going to dry your brush a little bit, and then we're going to do again. Okay, rotate it. Okay. Okay, and then you're going to dry your brush again. I didn't dip my brush to the bleach. I only dip one time, and then just keeping using it. So that way my brush have a last bleach and last bleach. So when I do that, it's going to have some of the stroke. Some of the stroke is brighter. Some of the stroke is not that strong. Okay. Isn't that looks very nice already? Okay, if you are not happy with that, you find out your star is not bright enough. So this is what you're going to do. This is a Copia's white paint. You're going to just dip a little bit color, not too much, but this time make sure your brush is nice and clean, because we don't want it ruining our white clean paint, right? So now I just dip my brush a little bit, and then I'm going to just touch up, okay, a little bit, same thing, same direction. From the 12 to 6, rotate your car again, 12 to 6. Some of the stroke can be some of the stroke a little bit longer, some of the stroke a little bit shorter. So how do you think this northern star? Is that exactly like the star we are looking for? And then that special effect, the star in the back, because my brush was dirty, it ended up to have a distance. My star have a distance. I think that's a good thing. Okay, now we're going to finish the rest of them. So now we are going to remove or tape from the back. And then if you want to, you can save the tape and then you can use it again. Okay, that's what it look like, right? And then we are going to use, we don't use this one, we're going to use that one, and then we're going to just add a little bit color on the bottom. It's too much white area, so we're going to add a little bit. So what I do is I just use ochre color and the stylus, just gently brush on top. Okay, always testing the color first. We don't want it too much, and then we're going to use one direction, kind of just a brush a little bit color on top. Like this. Okay, if you want to, just add just gently, not too much. Okay, that's what the ground look like. Okay, and then we are going to add our deer on top. Have you watched my tutorial number 45 and then number 55 yet? If you haven't, you got to watch this tutorial. In that tutorial number 45 and number 55, it teach you how to make your own stamp positioner. With this stamp positioner, it will help you to speed up your cutting and stamping procedure. You can make a lot of cut stamp image just in a very short period of time. So just make sure you go to the localkingrubberstamp.com and click the online DVD library, and then check the tutorial number 45 and the number 55, how to make your stamp positioner and how to use your stamp positioner. So I am going to do a very fast coloring. So we're going to use a dabber. If you like use a Copic watercolor to coloring, feel free to do that. But when I make a card, I like to make something fast and easy. So I just use my small dabber, just rub a little bit color on top, a little bit ochre and a little bit brown, circling around, okay, and a little bit red. Just play around, see the color, just give it touch up. Okay, that's what it look like. And then we are going to just mount or deer with some foam tape on top of the foundation card, and that's what it look like. Have you used these crystal drops? I found this one from one of the craft shop we went to, and I think it's pretty unique. This is exactly like a diamond glaze, but they have a color now. They have a lot of color, and I think I only paid $2.99 for that. What does this do? See, on the nose of the deer, I just give a little bit touch up, and then after it dry, it become like a 3D. So I think that give a nice touch up. So hoping you like this tutorial, and stay tuned, more come. Thank you.